Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. Hey, the wind blowing, y'all, so my hair is wild. But that's not nothing unusual, because sometimes the wind don't be blowing and my hair still be wild. But what I want to talk to you about on this video, real briefly, we letting these videos fly, is the pros and cons of jobs and business and the positive impact that it can have on your finances if you do both. Let's go with the cons of a job. Like, I get paid every 2 weeks. So, like, I'm 6 days away from my check hitting my card. So that means, like, while a job, you're waiting for money. So you accumulating expenses. Like, every time you leave the house. Like, I got food, I got gas. I work far away from where I live. So it's gonna be some gas. It's gonna be some food. That's why, like, if you can, like, just try to work very close to where you live, especially if you don't have a car. Just try to work very close to where you live, where you can walk. Like, I remember when my car was broke down, I had to take a job. It was only a few blocks away, and I could walk up there. I wasn't walking up there at night, though, because, you know, Milwaukee get pretty sketchy at night. So, the con is you waiting for money. You waiting for money. That's, to me, that's like the number one con. Another con is you dealing very closely with all different personalities that you have no control whatsoever over what they say, what they do, and how they do what they do. Like, how they do their job. You got no say. You just got to go in there and do your thing. But sometimes when you work a job, what they do will affect you. So that's a con. Like, they get into it with their girlfriend and their boss. They'll come over there talking slick to you. And it's probably going to be like pushing your buttons, lighting your fire. So that's another con. A pro is, like, you got guaranteed money if you got a good job that you can look forward to every week, every 2 weeks, every month, or whatever. It's guaranteed as long as they do what they got to do, which most companies will, especially like if you're dealing with the city or the county or state. So that's another thing. Now, business. The pros of business is the unlimited income potential if you had the right business. Like, you can really you'll become wealthy quicker from a business than the job, because the job is going to cap you off at certain income unless you running the company, like you a CEO or something like that. The job is going to cap you off at a certain salary or a certain income. But a business, depending on how you run your business, is unlimited income potential. That's a pro. That's a pro. That means that if people like what you selling, like what you making, whatever you doing, they're going to tell other people, and it could lead to a lot of money. Let me give you an example. An average job will pay you, what, like $25 an hour. You got a product that costs $50, and you could make that product at the rate of maybe $10 an hour. That's almost more than some people make in a week. And it really is more than some people. You making $10 an hour at $50, that's $500 an hour. You can go 10 days, or I said 10 days, 10 hours. That's $5,000 a day. That's more than most people make in a month. So you're gonna be doing well if you know how to manage and build your money. So that's a pro. Another pro is with 1099s in business, the independence. Like if you need to be off, you don't have to ask, you just be off. You got your own business, you got a 1099. Like that's why a lot of people won't give up stuff like Instacart, DoorDash, even when they go through their struggles, because the independence is addictive. It's addictive. So that's a pro for business. A con for business is you putting money in to make money that you might not make if your business fails. And I know because I done had failed businesses. So that's a con. You know, that you got to make the money back that you put in, whereas with a job, you ain't putting no money in. You putting time in and you getting paid for your time. Well, that could be a pro for business or a con. That's either or. That you getting paid for what you produce. So if you don't produce nothing, it's a con. If you produce something, it's a pro. Now let me talk before I close this out about the positive impact you can have if you find a way to do both. Like, y'all hear me talking a lot about laundromats, man. I love the idea of a laundromat because it don't take up much of your time. You clean up, you know, you empty out the machine, you see which one's still working, you sweep them up. It don't take much time. Imagine you do that and you making $35, $40 an hour from your job. And you got that on the side. You say, okay, I'm gonna do both for 3 years. I'm saving everything from the laundromat, or I'm saving everything from the job. Man, think of how much money you gonna have in 3 years. Let's say you making $5,000 a month from the laundromat, and you just saving it all, man. You even paying your expenses out of your check from your job. That's $180,000. In most cities, if you still working or you still doing business and you sitting on $180,000 cash, you will be just fine. Especially here. If you got $180,000, you'll be like, I don't want to deal with people, I'm just gonna do DoorDash. You'll be all right as long as you grind it out. Or let's say you got your job, you get a paper route. The paper route I had would take me like maybe 2 hours on most nights, 3 hours on Sunday. And it was paying me over $300 some, $400 some dollars a week just for those few hours. I had to do it every day, but it was paying me on average about $350, which is every week it probably was like maybe 13, 14 hours, and it was $350. That's $1,400. Now let's say I did that paper route for 5 years. Because when you get them paper route, you get used to your customers, you start liking them, talking to them and stuff. And I did that route for 5 years. And I banked everything. See, that's the key. Don't be trying to spend. That would be $1,400 a month. That's $16,800. I do it 5 years. That's 16,800 times 5 is, that's like 34,000. Or wait, 16,800. That's like 68,000. You think 60,000 ain't a lot until you got it in cash. You ain't got no worries. In most cities, you got 60,000 As long as you healthy, you ain't gonna have no worries. See, this is why I be telling y'all, man. Y'all, that relationship stuff, man, it's gonna mess you up, man. Cause you'll be finally doing good, then you marry this broad, and she divorced you, and all that money you was saving up, you have to go to her. I wouldn't do it, man. I wouldn't do it. So, let's go. We finna wrap this up. I promise y'all that. If you can find a way, like if you're not rich, and you're not at least multi-million, like 2 million in cash, to me you doing good with 6 figures, 5 figures, even $1 million, but you're not rich until you got 2 million in cash. To me, that's just me. Like in Milwaukee, anybody that got 2 million in cash, they can do anything, they can buy anything. And as long as they not careless, they'll be fine. Now imagine you got 2 million in cash and you still working your job. Man, you doing good. Or you got 2 million in cash and you have a successful business. See, me, like I told y'all, man, like everything that worked for this person don't work for that person. I'm gonna keep stressing it. I don't believe that stocks and Bitcoin and all of that, well, maybe Bitcoin, I don't know. Bitcoin is kind of deceptive. So I'm not gonna even say Bitcoin, because I done seen my Bitcoin like skyrocketing up at times. And I don't even be buying it like that. But I believe that stocks and investments is a way to maintain your wealth. I don't think, me personally, I don't believe that it should be the way you go about to get wealth. Get wealth, man, you gotta do it the old-fashioned way. You gotta earn the money and save the money. That's what I believe. And I'm going by when I'm doing right and when I'm doing well, what works for me. I've been investing for many years. And I had a couple investments where when they skyrocket up, they try to figure out a way to scam you out of it. So, I'm gonna answer this. So my thing is you use them stocks to maintain it. Like some of the money, you have your savings, but then you have your money where you invest. And then you get rich enough, you can invest in bigger investments. Things like commercial real estate. Stuff like that. But I look at it like, okay, multiple income streams. Save everything from some of those. I believe in income stream. I was watching something. It was a guy, he's a business guy. I think it was Undercover Boss. No, let me see who that was. It was either Undercover Boss or it was somebody else. The dude has 67 income streams. He has so many income streams, it was creating time for him to spend with his kids. And his kids was grown. He used to shoot pool with his sons and just, hang around his sons and stuff. He was wealthy. And I was looking at that too, like, yeah, I believe that's the way you do it. See, I don't want to get too busy for fun, but I don't want to look for fun where I'm not busy enough. So my goal, like for me, is I want to have like the Bible says, 8. Give a portion to 7, yes, also to 8. I want to have like 8 good income streams. Some of those are going to be books I write. You know, I'm write books and stuff like that. But I want to have 8 income streams. And some of them are going to be things that I'll work, but I'll be willing to sell down the line too. But I wouldn't sell off all my business. Like, you gotta have, business is power. Like, you gotta have, if all you got is money, then all you gonna be doing is spending. So you gotta have them solid business streams that you are in charge of. So, yeah, job, if you can couple your job with business stuff, you know, if you got the time, like let's say you got a late start job or an early start job where you start at 6 o'clock, you go to 3 o'clock, and you can get you something to eat, take you a little break, and then go after your business. Like, a lot of people, that's how they be getting them clubs and stuff going, because they'll have a first shift job and then they'll be doing that at night. But if you can do both, that's going to do wonders in your finance. Just make sure you save everything or almost everything from one or the other, and you'll be fine. Remember, everybody want to talk about all dollar fiat currency, how it's losing value. $1 is still $1 in the U.S. It's still $1. $100 is still $100. $1,000 is still $1,000, and $1 million is still $1 million. If I got $1 million in a safe, or I got $1 million, well, it wouldn't be smart. Technically, it would be smarter to have it in the safe than in the bank. But you start saving that kind of money on hand, you better make sure you're in a gated community with security. You can't live in no urban area with all that money. They can kick your door in. But bank accounts, you have to have like 4 bank accounts, $250,000 each, just for it to be insured right with $1 million. And that makes sense anyway, because one of them, you just pay all of your bills out of there. If you got $1 million, $250,000 in 4 bank accounts, you can be like, okay, this is my vacation account, this is my bill account, this is my impulse purchases account. That's how I'm gonna do it when I get up there like that, multi-millions. By the time I get to that 3rd million, I'm gonna keep that 3rd million in bank accounts and just want to be for my bills, want to be for vacations and stuff like that, want to be for car repairs and impulse stuff I want to buy. Well, maybe I had a car repairs with the bill. I would split that last $1 million up like that, you know. And then you do that, that'll keep you from going broke too. Like, if you got a bank account that you put money in there strictly for all your expenses and your bills. That's why people go broke when they hit the lottery, because they don't do stuff like that. They don't factor in taxes, stuff like that. But anyway, I just want to talk about that. Go in here and get ready. Thanks for watching.